I'm back again, episode 3, baby. We're back again. We are sipping Lover Boy sparkling hard tea, 0 sugar, naturally sweetened, 90 calories, white tea peach, kissed with lavender, 4.2% alcohol per volume. All right, let's get into this episode. So, welcome back. My name is Winter. This is my Black Femininity Journey series. I am now on episode 3. I'm just here to give you guys my thoughts and commentaries on the Black Femininity journey on YouTube, what it is that I'm seeing, hearing, what my takeaways are, and what I would like to add to the conversation as I am on my own journey as well. I'm a 24-year wise Black woman living in North America, so you can Google that. But being Black over here is a doozy. But being Black pretty much anywhere in the world now is a doozy. Anyway, what I want to talk about in today's video is clothing, fashion, appearance, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. So here's the thing. I am a woman who, even as a little girl, I often did not want to dress like other little girls stereotypically are dressed. And what's so crazy to me is that often how we are dressed is, I want to find the right words. Often how we are dressed is going to lead somebody to making assumptions about our sexuality or even our political affiliations, which is strange because I think clothes are just clothes unless your clothing quite literally has like words printed on it that says, this, that, and the third. Otherwise, a person is just dressed to me. I really don't know. You really don't know unless you go up and ask that person about whatever it is you're assuming off of their clothing. But of course, most people wouldn't dare come to somebody and be like, "Hey, are you bi? Because you're wearing Doc Martens." So I thought you might be bi or are you lesbian? Are you no? You're straight. Oh, but you're wearing Doc Martens. You're straight, really? Okay. Sorry, my friend over there, she really wanted to talk to you, and she thought, bitch, they shoes. Girl, I'm sorry. Whoop, language, but girl, they some shoes now. Wait a minute. Okay, I know the memes and everything on Twitter are ha, he, ha, he, ha, ha, funny, but there's some shoes, right? That's just an example. It was just something I saw on Twitter, and that's the example I thought to use. So, I spoke about this in my first episode where I like to say that I'm like the comfy archetype sort of woman when it comes to my femininity. I like to dress comfortable. I love some sweatpants, but I will quickly throw some heels on with some sweatpants to like suddenly dress up my look. But like I'm gonna do that before I go throw on a dress because I just feel more comfortable in my sweatpants. And I just want to be more comfy. See, the thing is, I like to do things that require me or it would be in my best interest, right? It'd be in my best interest to be wearing pants and not a dress or skirts. I have nothing wrong with wearing dresses or skirts. I prefer not to. So there's a trend in the femininity journey niche on YouTube. And that's pretty much to be ultra feminine. And I'm just not. I'm really not in the slightest bit. So I don't feel very comfortable in skirts and dresses. I really never have. And I think it's because, like I said, I just can't be as free with my body in that kind of clothing. I like to do things that would be in my best interests for me to wear pants. That's all I'm saying. So, to make it plain, she likes short skirts and I like sneakers and Timbs. So the comfy feminine, like I mentioned earlier, is often how I refer to myself. I like to feel comfortable. I like to wear loose-fitting clothing that gives a nod to my shape. So not exactly form-fitting, but it gives a nod to my shape. And I prioritize my comfort over like literally everything else in my wardrobe. I prioritize my comfort when it comes to my wardrobe. Now, does this mean that I can't be as feminine as I desire in how I dress? Absolutely not. It just means that how I like to display my femininity is different from the next person. And I don't exactly agree with the narrative being pushed in that niche, in this topic, in this side sector part of YouTube, however you want to talk about it. I don't really like the conversations that are happening about dress and how we wear and present ourselves. Of course, you want to present yourself in the best light, but the best light is what is most comfortable to you, not somebody else, and especially not somebody else's ideas of what should be comfortable to you. I hope that makes sense. So how I embrace my femininity in clothing is that I try to lean towards neutrals and pastels, and I always try, like I said, to give a nod to my shape without having my clothing cling to my body. I used to like clothes like that. I don't so much. Again, I'd like to be doing stuff. I'd be moving and climbing and shaking and grooving, and I cannot worry about my bodycon dress slipping up. I cannot. So I appreciate my body and I love my body. I love her. I do. And I've gone through so many style transformations. So that's just how I feel about clothing now. And who knows? It might change. I might go back to wanting to wear more form-fitting clothing. Just right now, in the space that I'm in my life, I don't want to. So I find that for me, if I want to wear like a dress, or I want to wear something that I personally associate with being a little more outwardly feminine presenting, I like to go with shift dresses and strategically tailored t-shirt dresses to help me feel comfortable in a dress. Femininity in clothing doesn't have to always be depicted by the usual tall, like thin model and tight clothing. And like I said, I really truly have nothing wrong with tight clothing. It's just not the way that I choose to dress anymore, because I realized there are just like way too many things that I like to do, and I don't want to be worried about my clothing doing something it shouldn't be doing. So I love a good maxi dress. I love a good bodycon and a sweater dress, like a bodycon sweater dress in the fall, in the winter. Those are my go-tos. Girl, baby, I own about 15, 20 like bodycon, like long sweater dresses. I just think they're just the cutest go-to little outfit to wear. Because you still feel cute, you still feel sexy, you can accentuate your little curves, okay? You could show off the little booty pop, boom, boom, pop, pop. You can show off the little titty pop, 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 pop. And you can be cute, but also you can put on sneakers, heels. It's like no matter what shoe you put on with a bodycon sweater dress, it always works. It always looks nice. To me, that's my opinion. So I just like to be comfortable, but I do prefer to be in baggier clothing, and I honestly, y'all, I just want women who don't really feel comfortable in the prominent mood boards of feminine clothing, like 101, to know that they're seen and they're welcomed here. Okay, we like to wear sweats over the side and crop tops because that's cute. We don't need to wear heels and loafers every day to be feminine. Your sneakers and sweats are cute too, boo. Trust me, they cute, and he looking at you. He see them. He sees them. He sees them. It's honestly in the small details. I feel when it comes to making your wardrobe look and feel more feminine, it's less about like the actual article of clothing and more so how you are accessorizing it. So, think about, like, don't think about if what you're wearing is feminine. Think about if what you're wearing makes you feel feminine, not if it's going to be perceived as feminine. Do you feel feminine in it or do you not? If you don't, change your clothes. If you do, keep wearing the clothes. Like, that's it. Only you can define your femininity and what it means to be feminine in your body. So, I'm just speaking generally into how I dress and express my femininity to the world. My nails and my hair, even though I've shaved all my hair off, so really my nails are how I like to express my feminine energy the most. Because I'm not a big hair girl. I love a good wig, but I'm not really a big hair girl. I like to keep my hair short. Every now and then, I'm like, I'm back on a hair journey. I'll let it grow. And then I'm like, oof, I have to do stuff with it now. So now I'm cutting it off again. But it's truly in the small details, which is why I like to keep my nails done. Whenever my nails are not done, it's probably because there's a whole lot going on. But when my nails are done, I like to keep those bright. I like to keep those fun. I like to make my nails conversation starters. That's how I like to lean into my femininity, is with my nails, with my accessories. I don't really wear a lot of jewelry. I just kind of keep a lot of bangles on me and bracelets. That's what I do. But if you're like me and you prefer comfort in your wardrobe but are also on a femininity journey, when shopping, look for clothing that has points of accentuation. So I like to look for trousers and joggers, and sweatpants and like dress pants and things like that have drawstrings or just cinched at the waist. I don't wear shorts. I just don't like shorts. I don't like shorts. I don't wear shorts. But any pants that I wear, I make sure that the waist can be cinched in, because that's a point of accentuation. I don't wear like straight leg pants and stuff like that. That's not flattering on me. It has no points of accentuation. It's just kind of up down. I don't like it. So, buy the high-waisted jeans, like with the cuffed ankles. Buy, like, if you have a job where you have to wear a uniform, look for the dress pants that have the elastic band or the stretchy band in the back, because what that's going to do is going to allow you to pull it in a little bit more and give yourself more of a shape if that's what you want, or it's just going to help you accentuate your shape a little bit more instead of you wearing just any old trousers that just go straight up and down and do nothing to flatter you. Always look for clothing that has points of accentuation. It's also why I like to wear sweater dresses, because sweater dresses have patterns and they're usually a little bit raised, and those create more access points of accentuation. They do more for your shape than I think most people know or realize. And honestly, truly, keep your wardrobe simple. Okay, when starting, keep your wardrobe simple. During undergrad, after I graduated, I literally donated all of my clothing. Like anything that was still, in good wearable condition, I washed, folded up, and I donated it. Everything else, I threw out. Like plain and simple. I did not make a fuss about it. I didn't even make it a whole ordeal. I literally said, okay, I've graduated. Great. That was cool. Bagged up every single last pair of clothing I had. I picked out, a couple of my little favorite pieces, but I limited myself to I think like 20 pieces. Everything else I got rid of. And then I've been rebuilding my wardrobe since then. Please understand, y'all, like, you can wear the same thing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19,000 trillion times. Washing machines exist. If you don't have a washer and dryer in your house, the shower and the bathtub, you can wash it. Like, as long as you washing your clothes, I don't care if you wear the same outfit every day for a week. As long as you washed it and it's fresh and, you aired it out, I don't care. Wear the same outfit every fucking day if you want to. Nobody should be caring that much, to be honest. So keep your wardrobe simple. I keep my wardrobe very simple and almost monochromatic. I've been adding a little bit more color, but I try to like block color the way I dress, a little monochromatic. And I just really like my clothing to just speak to my shape. That's really it. Anything that I can put on that just kind of like accentuates my shape, that's all I wear. I don't really want to wear a lot of patterns. I really don't want that many colors. Like I said, I keep it neutrals and pastels. I used to be such a vibrant dresser. Oh my gosh, my clothes had so many colors. But I don't dress like that anymore. I just don't. I really don't. But I really also, turtlenecks. Turtlenecks are so slept on. I don't understand why. A turtleneck, let me tell y'all a secret. If you're wearing sweatpants, you instantly dress them up by either wearing a regular turtleneck that you tuck in, or what I like to do is I like to wear, I'm about to call it a onesie. The leotards, yes, okay. Leotards and jumpsuits that are long sleeve and are turtleneck, because that way you don't have to actually tuck in a turtleneck, and they'll be a little more form fitting and nicer looking. You put those on with some sweatpants, and then put heels on, or just like a cute shoe. Like it could be Air Force Ones. It could be whatever. It can be a sneaker you like, but that turtleneck instantly elevates everything you have on, because we associate turtlenecks with brainy, smarty, sophisticated. Come on, y'all. I'm thinking message. You have to also think about, this is how I think about it. The clothing that I'm wearing, I look at it and I go, okay, how are these pieces of clothing like associated? Like what? No, I'm not saying that right. How are the articles of clothing that I'm wearing perceived by the general public? This is not to say I care. It's just, how are they perceived? What do people think about when someone's wearing sweatpants? What do people think about when someone's wearing trousers? What does someone think about when someone's wearing a certain kind of sneaker or heel? What does someone think about when someone is wearing a turtleneck, right? I've always loved turtlenecks, but as I grow wiser, now I'm 24, I realize, okay, when I walk into a space with a turtleneck on, people are like, ooh, look at her, she's classy, she's fancy, she's wearing a turtleneck, ooh, she must be like really professional. Sweetie, yes, but also like, it's just a turtleneck. But again, we associate something with everything. So that's my little tidbit. That was a very long tangent about turtlenecks, but I really like turtlenecks. But y'all can dazzle somebody for $20. And you can also dazzle people in the same 20 items of clothing 20,000 times if you style yourself correctly and focus on the details. That's why I've been building, I don't want to call it a capsule wardrobe, because it's not exactly a capsule wardrobe, but I just been focusing on pieces that accentuate all the things about myself that I like the most, and then I build off of that. So where I might only have, I'm not going to say only, that's a very privileged way of speaking. So where I have 40 pieces of clothing, they can all be utilized to make various outfits. So I don't need to have 100 or 200 or 300 things. I have nothing wrong with people who have the massive walk-in closet, or half a floor is their closet. I have nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you can afford, if that's your lifestyle, like I said, I have nothing wrong with it. Go ahead. I just personally, I have no desire. Honestly, in this moment, I'm looking around my room and I want to get rid of some clothes. I don't, y'all, I think I'm coming into this mode of detachment from things. Not from my books. My books are staying with me. But everything else, unless it's something that has, a really deep sentimental value, I'm kind of good. I'm kind of good off of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm good off of stuff. I'm good off of stuff. That was a tangent as well. But listen, this is a real raw. I come to y'all live in the moment. That's all, though. I just want to talk about clothing. Please do not feel like you need to be freaking Jessica Rabbit every single day, 365, 247. As soon as you wake up and open your eyes, you do not need to be throwing on a pair of heels or putting on makeup and throwing on a wig. You don't have to do it. You can put on that beautiful head wrap, okay? You can be natural. Just make sure you have moisturized, okay? So your skin is supple and moisturized. Put on you some little lip balm. If you want to get fancy, this is fancy for me. If you want to get fancy, put you on a little mascara and call it a day. And wear some clothes that make you feel good. That's femininity. Femininity to me is feeling good in how I feel feminine. It's not about performing what people are telling me is femininity, because that's just what y'all have been marketed. That's what you've been sold on. But I don't know, was that always the way that we were expressing ourselves as feminine Black women before. And this is not even to talk about just like Eurocentric beauty standards. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about like all of it. Like this hard work, hustle culture, all of that. Like, what does that have to do with me being a feminine woman? Oh, you're not a real, woman if you don't hold your own, make your own bread. You should always want to have your own just for like your own safety and well-being. But that has nothing to do with, in my opinion, being feminine. That's just like, as a human being, you know what I'm saying? And if you have the means and you're the able-bodiedness to do so, you should absolutely want to be earning your own, pulling your own weight, blah, 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 in that regards. But outside of it, like, that has nothing to do with nothing. So these are my thoughts. I don't want to make the episode too long. I just want to talk about clothing really quickly because I feel like in this niche of a movement, and even honestly, I take it back, not even just in the niche of like the Black femininity journey, but just like the level up in femininity journey content in general. Like everybody is, I'm not dressing up as a Playboy bunny every day of my life. I'm not doing it. Janitha. I'm not dressing up as a Playboy bunny every day of my life. I'm not doing it. I don't want to. I'm beautiful no matter how I'm dressed, but I just know I'm most certainly not dressing up as a Playboy bunny daggone every day. It doesn't make me feel feminine. That makes me feel like a performer. That makes me feel like somebody trying on femininity. And I don't ever want to feel like I'm trying on what I am. Trying on an energy that I already have. Right? I feel like the femininity journey, my opinion, blah, 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 disclaimer. The femininity journey is to be about returning to your divine feminine energy. That's all. Because we've all been a little disconnected and disjointed from it. But that's all this is about, in my opinion. That's all this is about. Okay? My name is Winter. This has been episode 3. I'll be back. Let me see. I don't know, like soon.